Okay, we are live. I'd borrow Meerkat's music playlist for some background noise.
I always think that it's my fault.
Drinking gin. Yep, I'm toxic.
I love Hulk Hogan's dick. My ass is.
Hey, George Second Reality. Hey, RMRC Midnight. How are you both doing?
No, you didn't, you motherfucking.
Here we go. Right. First of all, let me pause the music very briefly. Sorry, but we have business to attend to, and that business is picking a goddamn bingo card. I've had a couple of things changed. Making breakfast, good stuff. I've removed monetize. I feel like Phil's not going to say it anymore because the Rambo and Howard video's gone, so he doesn't really use that word anymore. Remove monetize. I've added here's a deal and friends. He has a habit of calling stream chats friends, I've noticed. So I've added friends in there as well. It might appear, it might not appear. I just thought I'd tell you those wee changes. Plus, if he says either detractor or trolls, it's the same thing. So he uses trolls these days instead of detractor. It's kind of weird. So we need a word. MRC Midnight, you're the very first one here. Pick a word, please, or action from our list so we can pick a bingo card. And hopefully we can get back to winning ways. Also, my throat might sound a bit weird when I'm trying to talk. It's because I think I have COVID. I'm not sure yet, but my partner had it, as I said before. I thought I might have survived it, but my throat this morning was not great. I noticed it late last night, and today I'm a bit sniffly. I've had to blow my nose a few times, so variety is a word. At least I think it is. Variety. Variety though, good word to use. So we have 278 different bingo cards. So MRC Midnight, no, you don't get to pick the card. You picked the word or the action. George, I'm going to get George to pick a number. Don't be greedy now, MRC Midnight. I always go one person picks one thing and another person picks a second thing. Greedy boy. Right. George, Second Reality, if you can, please pick a number between 1 and 279. Thank you very much, George, Second Reality. We'll go to the 37th bingo card. What are you saying likes for? No. You've already picked your word. You picked variety. Likes. You gotta change your mind now. We're picking the 37th bingo card, which is this one. The 37th bingo card is the one on the left hand side here. So we've got you guys, him getting $20+ in tips, him saying Twitch, him saying drama, him saying tips, variety, him chewing his nails randomly, him saying engagement, him saying likes, digging in his ear. I would argue, reality, snort, years ago story, lean in ban, YouTuber jealousy, here's the deal, that's one of the new ones, gifted memberships, a voice crack, hateful slurs. You know what I mean, blowing nose, positive, throat clearing, and face jiggle. So there we go. 2 seconds, guys. I just had to mute the mic there while I coughed up to clear my throat, so don't mind me. But that's a bingo card there. That is a bingo card for today. Are we all happy with that bingo card? Are we all feeling quite positive about that bingo card? Here's the deal, guys. This is our bingo card. DSP looks my profile picture says 7. Okay. George Second Reality, you're happy with bingo card? Fantastic stuff. MRC Midnight. The 7. Why are people saying the 7? Hey, give more, bud. How you doing? Right, I'm going to save this quickly. MRC Midnight, you get to your breakfast and take care of that breakfast, buddy. Don't you dare burn that breakfast now. Stop fucking saying 7. Why are people saying 7 all the fucking time? Why? I don't understand. I don't understand this meme. I feel like a boomer. Okay, I need to save this bingo card very quickly. I'm trying my best to kind of make it look better in OBS, you know. Maybe we can test one earlier on. Let me just take my sweet time and saving this nicely. So there, we also were precise with kind of the wee clipper tool to save it. I've got 6 tea cakes, Tunnocks tea cakes. If they're Tunnocks tea cakes, then I'm jealous. Oh shit! Fuck off, Phil. If they're Tunnocks tea cakes, then I'm definitely a jealous person. I'm the 7 me ree. Oh shit. Oh man, if they're Tunnocks tea cakes, then you motherfucker. You motherfucker. Can he be a good Tunnocks tea cake? No, had one in ages. Right, I was in the middle of saving this fucking card. Got distracted by tea cakes. As we all do. Right, DSP Bingo 1906 to do. So save it as that. Cool shit. Let me quickly go over to our bingo screen. Go back onto there we go for Phil. And then I need to open up Microsoft Paint. I still can't believe the card I picked filled up the board almost entirely with one bingo. Yeah, it's believable. It's kind of crazy how quickly it can go sometimes. Phil is so predictable that you're either going to get bingos most of the time, or it's actually rare to not get bingo. Almost always we get a bingo. If we don't get one, it's usually bad luck more than anything else. Like the position of some things, you might still get a whole lot of things ticked off the card. Anyway, let me get this bingo card open. Wait, how does this look on OBS? I think that looks good. It looks neater anyway. So yeah, there we go. I'm quite happy with how this all looks. And let me get the colour set up as well, guys, because I was asked to change the green because it was too dark a green before. So let me get a good level of green. I like that. So people, is that a good level of green? Are people happy with that level of green? What would DSP do if he got banned from streaming from YouTube? Is there anything besides YouTube? Keep in mind, he is not banned on Twitch. He can go back to Twitch anytime if he wanted to. He just isn't a partner on Twitch. So there's kind of less protection in a sense for him. But he could instantly go back to Twitch as an emergency resort because he still has access to his account, and he still he said before he uses his Twitch account for behind the scenes stuff, which is weird to me. That is a very interesting thing for him to admit it. For him to admit he uses Twitch for some things behind the scenes is weird, and it's like I can't even imagine what he could be using it for. And it's a strange thing for him to admit, but he says he still uses it for some behind the scenes stuff. So if push came to shove, he would use it disgruntlingly. Like, he would not be happy to use it, but he would be like, oh, YouTube needs must emergency and all that shit, you know. But he would just go straight back to Twitch, and he would just rely a whole lot on tips because I don't think he would have memberships available for him because he's not a partner. Isn't that what happened before? I had that kind of mind. He would go to Twitch and, but yeah, so yeah, I think I'd go back to Twitch. There's other options as well, isn't there? There's what's that shit Ninja went to? Keep in mind. Mixer or something. Can't even mind what it is. Anyway, we have a bingo card. Are we happy with the green? The green looking green. Is that light enough? Is it dark enough? Is it just right? I'm gonna play some music while we wait for Phil to go properly live with the pre-stream podcast. So thank you to Meerkat Mob and his playlist here of songs from Little Piggy.
Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you. For now?
Go. Into the money, stupid fuck.
I love it.
Go. By eBay.
Hell! Hateful slurs. Lame brain pieces of dumb fucking hateful slurs. Why am I talking? I love it. Hey, Mr. Brunel, you there? I am present.
Right, I understand. He's claiming that he's got $5,000 a month in expenses and only $5,000 a month in income, and net's about $35.
It's Kevin's fault. best I've ever had. And I mean that. Like, every day I feel like it's the best day of my life.
Your life is nothing.
I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me. I have an emptiness in my life. Oh man, there's something huge missing from my life. I need a large group of friends. All I do is sit around drinking gin all day. Ladies and gentlemen, I play mobile games. Yes, I spend money on mobile games. I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me. I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me.
You're still bagging for $10 donations and $20 donations to pay your electric bill, to pay your fucking rent, alright? I get it. I'd hate me too. See you, Phil. Have a good one. For now.
That is business related, and I do still have it.
It's WWE champion time.
Hence the money, stupid fuck. I love it. By eBay. Hell! It's been tough. I always think that it's my fault.
Drinking gin. Yep, I'm toxic.
I love Hulk Hogan's dick. My ass is so fucking stretched.
Oh, no, you didn't, you motherfucking piece of shit cocksucker. Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you.
For now.
Hence the money, stupid fuck. I love it. By eBay. Hell! Hateful slurs. Lame brain pieces of dumb fucking hateful slurs.
Why am I toxic?
I love it.
Hey, Mr. Brunel, you there?
I am present.
Right, I understand. He's claiming that he's got $5,000 a month in expenses and only $5,000 a month in income, and net's about $35.
It's Kevin's fault.
The topic I want to discuss is depression. Depression is not a joke. It's not something to be joked about with. You are not alone. You are not a horrible person because you have this. It's not your fault. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me. It's WWE Champions time.
It's been tough. Over the last decade. It has. It's been tough. It's been tough. Over the last decade. It has. It's been tough. It's been tough. Phil's a beggar. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. It's been tough. Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar. It's been tough. Phil's a beggar. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. It's been tough. Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar.
Super Meat Boy is in the stream chat, whining and complaining, saying that I never talk to anyone unless they tip me or they send me money, which is completely false. All he's been doing is sitting there all night complaining that he's depressed and no one cares. And everyone's basically ignoring him because he's like, dude, we just don't care. You know, you come in, the first thing you say is you're depressed. And what are we supposed to say to that? Now he expects that I'm going to derail the whole stream to talk to him live. So let's do it. Super Meat Boy, how you doing? You're really depressed tonight, huh? You're really depressed.
My stream is my place of business.
The company's name is Brunel Productions. It is internet content creation of on-demand and also live video streaming services.
Big up to your dad. I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube
Guys, all these songs can be found on Meerkat Mob's channel. He's a Dutch, I think he's Dutch anyway, detractor. He makes his own music. And also he makes it with DSP's like audio and all that, and he's fucking good at it, obviously, you know what I mean? He's very good at this. Meerkat Mob, he's got his own playlists, so I'm just playing his playlist exactly. I'll tell you what, I'll just share the bloody link as an idea. I'll share a link of the playlist. No, it's just saving it. How do you share a link of the playlist? Hang on, I'll go to his fucking channel. Playlists. Little Piggy. And I copy link address, there we go. Right. There's a link address to this playlist specifically. If you're not subscribed to Meerkat Mob, do so now. As well as making music, he does, you know, streams as well, not shit. But yeah, Meerkat Mob, very good at what he does. Undeniably. So, I should probably ask him, but nah, I'm sure he's alright with me using this playlist. It gets the word out. I'm exposing potentially new listeners to his content. I'm sure he'll be fine with it.
Please tip me.
I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel.
Because I have bills coming up. Please pay my bills. I'm nervous. Strapped for cash.
You better take a sip.
Please pay my bills. I'm nervous. Strapped for cash.
Get a real fucking job.
I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel.
Please tip me.
I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel.
Because I have bills coming up. They fucked me again, left and right, and my ass is so fucking stretched out at this point. It's time to push back. It's time to push back.
I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel.
Please tip me.
I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel.
Because I have bills coming up. I've never ever used a hateful slur. Ever. And that pisses me off. I want to watch some faggot. Some homo. Who's a nigger?
You better take a sip.
I'm a mature adult with a business degree.
Big. All I see you do is big. Little picky, why you? Big. All I see you do is big. Little picky, why you?
It's been a rough year. Why does Phil always have to mention that there's a tips goal on the stream? And why does he have to mention if it's a slow day for contributions? And why does he have to bring that up? Big ups, Meerkat. And a very slow day for support. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I jump on stream. Obviously, I need tips. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. Pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. Very slow day for support. Been 47 minutes. And only the third tip of the day. I really appreciate that. I need that way more. Pay my taxes, pay my back taxes, pay my utilities, pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill, pay my utilities. I'm a positive guy. I focus on positivity. I tell you guys every day on my streams, I'm not a person who revels in hurting others to get over. I will put out positive, fun gameplay content for you guys, and I will continue to be successful that way. And if I fail, I fail, but at least at the end of the day, I can say, hey, it was a slow day. It's been a very slow day for support. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I jump on stream. Obviously, I need tips. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. Pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. Very slow day for support. Been 47 minutes. And only the third tip of the day. I really appreciate that. I need that way more. Pay my taxes, pay my back taxes, pay my utilities, pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill, pay my utilities. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I need to pay bills over the weekend. I appreciate those who contribute in any way, but please, if you can tip me, do that rather than these super chats and membership. I need that way more, okay? Gentlemen, now it is time. It's a segment that everyone looks forward to, one of the highest rated segments of all time that I've ever done. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Phil's Day Off.
What's up, Piggy? Let's get it started.
Big ups, Meerkat.
It's my day off. Might leave the camera on and jerk off. It's my day off. Spend money on pools and dumb shit. It's my day off. Might go out with my bitch wife. Can't give me money today. Give me money today.
This is where my fucking money goes to every month. Garbage dump, grocery shopping, pay my taxes, pet store, pay my bills, blowing his money on mobile games, blowing his money on this and that. I'm spending all this money buying DoorDash for my business. I need to put disgusting food in the mouths of my family members. Obviously, I need tips. Yes, I spend money on mobile games. Okay? These are my life priorities. Pay my taxes.
It's my day off. Might leave the camera on and jerk off. It's my day off. Spend money on pools and dumb shit. It's my day off. Might go out with my bitch wife. Can't give me money today.
Obviously, I need tips.
Give me money today.
This is where my fucking money goes to every month.
Shout out to the trolls.
For those who contributed, thank you. It would be great if we get a few more tips. To make up, earlier today, we did not hit the hat goal either. It's been a very slow day. It would be great if we could pick it up a little bit with maybe some contributions tonight with tips. If you can, just saying. You know, I know some people are super chatting or whatever. That helps long term, but right now I really can help. Tomorrow's my day off. The tips I'll have for my day off, you see?
Give me money today.
My life today is the best I've ever had. And I mean that. Like, every day I feel like it's the best day of my life.
Your life is nothing.
I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me. I have an emptiness in my life. Oh man, there's something huge missing from my life. I need a large group of friends. All I do is sit around drinking gin all day. Ladies and gentlemen, I play mobile games. Yes, I spend money on mobile games. I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me. I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me.
You're still bagging for $10 donations and $20 donations to pay your electric bill, to pay your fucking rent, alright? I get it. I'd hate me too. See you, Phil. Have a good one.
It's been a rough year. Why does Phil always have to mention that there's a tips goal on the stream? And why does he have to mention if it's a slow day for contributions? And why does he have to bring that up? Big ups, Meerkat. And a very slow day for support. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I jump on stream. Obviously, I need tips. Pay my taxes, pay my back taxes, pay my utilities, pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill, pay my utilities. Very slow day for support. Been 47 minutes, and only the third tip of the day. I really appreciate that. I need that way more. Pay my taxes, pay my back taxes, pay my utilities, pay my mortgage.
I think we can win this bingo large. I can see us winning it.
I'm a positive guy. I focus on positivity. I tell you guys every day on my stream, I'm not a person who revels in hurting others to get over. I will put out positive, fun gameplay content for you guys, and I will continue to be successful that way. And if I fail, I fail, but at least at the end of the day, I can say, hey, it was a slow day.
By the way, I finished with dinner. It was nice.
Slow day for support.
What am I thinking? Well, The right hand side is looking very strong. A column, the very right hand side column.
Utilities, pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill, pay my utilities. Very slow day for support.
Yeah.
47 minutes. And only the
Watch me in chat, Daddy, in DSP's chat, look at my comments. Alright, rich man. We have a chat shown on screen, but we only have that because of Lean Ban. Lean Ban is on the card, which is why I've got DSP's chat showing. So, rich man, let's see you do double duty in both streams.
I need that way more, okay? Now it is time. It's a segment that everyone looks forward to. One of the highest rated segments of all time that I've ever done. Alright? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Phil's day off.
What's up, Piggy? Let's get it started.
Right, I think it's actually just repeating the fact, yeah, this is all the songs from before, but it's in one big playlist. Let's skip ahead to an absolute banger.
Because I'm not a Muppet. I'm not here to play a character. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I don't dye my hair. I don't act stupidly constantly to get attention from children.
Rich man, can you do me a favour?
You know what I mean?
If you're going to get banned by Phil, wait until he starts streaming.
Have fun. I'm a legit
That way we'll get a bingo on the card, a leading ban. Rich man, it's not started yet. Stop doing it. I appreciate it, but we've not started yet. We can't have anything happen on the cards until he starts doing a pre-stream podcast. Until Phil goes live, we can't take anything off the bingo card. You guys definitely gonna happen. Choose nails, I'm not sure.
Constantly on camera.
When we hit the 250 vestry for that celebration, I'm going to debut a new vest. There we go. Celebratory bubble blow. Very nice. There's bubbles everywhere. There's bubbles all over my PlayStation 4 controller. There's bubbles on my microphone stand. There's bubbles everywhere tonight. It's out of control tonight.
I'm not a children's entertainer. Because I'm not a Muppet. I'm not here to play a character. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I don't dye my hair. I don't act stupidly constantly to get attention from children. I don't do stupid pranks. You know what I mean? I don't cause drama. I'm here just to play games and have fun.
Right, rich man, I cannot tell you what to do, okay? You are your own person, and I don't usually encourage people to try and influence the game. It's meant to be a natural thing. But if you feel like doing it, I cannot stop you. And if you're going to do it, you might as well try and get him to say get as many things ticked off as possible. What is something on his card which he hasn't done in a long time? I'm trying to think, what's the hardest thing on this bingo card? It could be the blowing the nose or chewing the nails. That's either one of those. I'm more being hard. God damn it, rich man. Blend in with the other deadheads, he'll do fine. Yeah, I see him say that almost time to start. That's what I'm saying, we're live on his stream. Like, the video you're seeing right now on the right hand side is his stream. And when the intro properly starts, I will unmute his stream and I'll stop Meerkat's music. Right guys, we need to make sure our attention is at max for this, because I have a habit of missing things. I rely a lot on you guys catching things that I often miss because I'm a dumbass. Sometimes I'll be ranting over Phil and he'll maybe say 2 or 3 things that I'll mark off a mail card, but I'm busy just ranting at him because it's Phil and he makes me angry.
People who, oh, they pretend like they support me, they pretend like they're positive, and they're not.
Rich man, you don't have to be sorry at all. You got no reason to be sorry, pal. I'm just saying, anything you do in Phil's stream now won't count. It's only when he starts the pre-stream when the bingo card is active. I can't tell you what to do, as I said before. If you want to do some things in Phil's chat, it's your call.
I just want to have fun, man. I really just want to fucking have fun. That's it. That's all I want to have to do. All right, good morning, everyone. What's going on? What's going on, my friends? DSP here, and welcome to the pre-stream podcast for Sunday, June 19th, 2022, which incidentally is like a million things this year. Weirdly, I guess we'll talk about that on the pre-stream, right? Today not only is a full streaming day for me, where I'll be wrapping up coverage of one new release and actually starting up a new playthrough that you guys requested during my PlayStation Plus premium coverage recently. But in addition to that, today's a double holiday in the United States, which is odd. We almost never have a double holiday, and I actually don't know if it'll continue to be like this in future years. I think it may just be weird timing this year because there's a new holiday that was just announced by our federal government, but there was already an existing holiday today. So it's an overlapping holiday that are completely different. But I guess if you were already going to celebrate one and you can celebrate the other, our country's weird, man. Like I say, things are ass backwards here. Our government is so inefficient at the important things, and then they just like do other weird things out of nowhere. And you're like, huh? So today is Father's Day in the United States. Today is also Juneteenth in the United States. 2 completely different holidays that are completely unrelated. Father's Day is obviously the celebration of fatherhood. If you're a dad, you know, today's the day that that's celebrated. Families usually honor their fathers today in various different ways. On Father's Day, a lot of the times there's family cookouts, there's get-togethers, there's things that celebrate the dad. The dad sometimes gets presents and stuff. On the same time, Juneteenth is something completely and utterly different. The celebration of the end of slavery in the United States way back in 1856. So how did this come about? Very confusing, right? Well, I believe the way it works is, at least in the United States, Father's Day is always the next to last Sunday of the month of June. Is that what it is? It's always the next to last Sunday of the month. Not the last Sunday, but the one before that, which is today, the 19th of June. But then Juneteenth is always going to be held on June 19th. But this year, June 19th also happens to already be Father's Day. Now, you might say, Juneteenth, what's that? I never heard of it. It's new. It's something that's been in the works for many years that people have been pushing for as a federal holiday. And it was just announced earlier this week by President Biden that it was a new federal holiday this year. Now, the other weird thing about this is that June 19th, today, is a Sunday. Sunday already is a day when all the federal stuff is closed, meaning any kind of government agency, banks, etc., they're already closed today. So what some places are doing is they're saying, well, even though Juneteenth is Sunday for the first time ever as a national holiday, we're going to observe it on Monday. So for some people, this is a 3-day weekend now because they don't have to work Monday, even though previously this was not even known until earlier this week. What's odd is some employers aren't paying attention to it at all and ignoring it. It was funny. I was reading on social media that some employers are like, oh, if you want to take Juneteenth off to celebrate, just use one of your vacation days. It's like, what? But it's a federal holiday. That's not how it works. On a federal holiday, you're supposed to have it all, you know? So I think this just kind of threw everyone for a loop. No one really knew that Juneteenth was going to be a holiday this year. And I think in future years, It won't fall on the same day as Father's Day, because the 3rd. Hold on a second. Let's go back to 2021. Okay? In 2021, wait. In 2021, June 19th was a Saturday. Okay? Not a Sunday. So in 2021, Father's Day was the Sunday, while Juneteenth would have been the Saturday. You see? So they would not have aligned. And in the future, likely that's what will happen as well, is they'll disalign themselves from each other. It's very confusing. Like I said, no one in the United States knew how to handle this because it was just made a federal holiday this year.
We don't have
and therefore now everyone's
on the
confused
card
of how to
this
handle
time.
it and what's going to happen.
I know he's flailing his arms, but that's not on the card this time.
So that being said, anyway, so no matter how you're celebrating today, I hope you have a good day. First of all, in regards to Juneteenth, I don't have too much that I can really say on the subject, okay? Obviously. But, that being... Jasper's in here today, and he's attacking wires already. That being said, what I will tell you is this, all right? Personally in my life, my lifetime, I'm 40 years old now, I've absolutely, positively ran into incidences where I've known people who were just outright racists. They just, said really fucked up stuff, treated people unfairly, and it's messed up. It really is messed up, especially for where I lived. When I was growing up in Connecticut, it was actually very, very liberal where I lived, yet I still knew people who were overtly racist, okay? And we still got a ways to go, even though if you live in like a coastal area of the United States, you may think, oh, everything's equal and fine. There's a lot of places where it's not like that, okay? So, all I will say is, don't you dare eat that wire, Jasper Kitty. All I will say is, at least when it comes to me, I've personally never judged anyone by the color of their skin. I think every single person starts on the same page and is equal. In my eyes, I certainly can't make anyone else see that way, but it's always been like that to me. Like, I never cared about what race, what ethnicity, what skin color anyone was. And it's just sad that there are still people who think that way on this planet, and in particular, people who I've personally known in this country who are like that. In this day of 2022, I still know some people who act like that. Thankfully, all I can do is judge for myself, and the buck stops here. When I say that, I mean, that's not how it is, especially with me, my content, my streams. Everyone is welcome. Everyone will always be welcome. I personally have known amazing people of every race, creed, ethnicity, gender, everything. I've known amazing people of every walk of life. I've also known assholes from every single race, creed, ethnicity, gender, and every walk of life. So it has nothing to do with any of that. It has to do with the individual person and how that person acts and how that person determines who they're going to be in life. Okay? So, enough with the bullshit of judging people by their race or color or whatever it may be. Obviously, it's just stupid and outdated thinking. Okay? So, happy Juneteenth to those who celebrate it today. Okay? Now, as for Father's Day, I obviously have some personal perspective there. I was actually, over the course of this week, some people were talking to me about, oh, Father's Day, what are you doing for Father's Day? And I'm like, well, I'm not a dad. I guess I'm a cat dad, but I don't see myself as a father. So it's not like I personally celebrate it for myself or anything like that. I already called my dad a couple days ago and had a conversation with him about the week and Father's Day and everything. So I already talked to my dad for the week and everything. But, I reminisce about my childhood and the stuff that I used to do with my dad. And I have fond memories for sure. Even though my dad basically was the person who was the breadwinner of the household and he had to work a lot in order to do that. And a lot of the times it meant sacrificing family time. I remember for a large chunk of my life, he worked night shift. And during that time frame, I would only get to see him maybe an hour a day, an hour and a half a day, because he would be sleeping during the day. And then I would see him for about an hour and a half before he went to work for the night shift. I would come home from school, see him for like an hour and a half for like playing some games and dinner, and then he would go to work. And then actually what would happen is he would go on break at work and he would call me on his break to say goodnight because I was going to sleep, and that was another interaction that I had with him during the night shift days. And that was several years. And for a lot of dads out there, that's the sacrifice you make, right? When you are, busting your butt to make a living to support a family, it is what it is. I do have fond memories of my dad. I remember a few very fun things that we used to do. We used to go for walks around the neighborhood, and we would take a small rubber ball around with us. We would go places where we could play what was called ball on the wall, my dad called it. And what it is you would throw the ball at the ground, it would bounce up, hit the wall, bounce back at you, and you try to catch it. And you try to throw it at different strengths so it would bounce higher and, catch it. And there was a few different places where we liked to do that. There was a local elementary school that had a fun playground with a big concrete wall that you could do it on. So our walks were always fun, especially we had a nice park called Bearsley Park near us where we would walk through a lot, and it was nice to go on walks there. We would play badminton in our driveway. We had a paved driveway outside that was very long, and so we'd play badminton where we would hit the shuttlecock or birdie. I don't know why the hell it has two completely different names, but we'd hit it back and forth up and down the driveway to each other, and we actually got pretty good at the sport. It was funny because we played it a lot during the summertime, and then I remember in school sometimes they would have it at gym, and I'd be the best player, and everyone like, why the hell is Phil so good at this? It doesn't make sense that he's so good at this thing. Because I play it all summer. It's the thing I play with my dad all summer to stay active. And I also remember going fishing with my dad a few times. We didn't go all the time. I remember maybe 3 or 4 really nice times that I went fishing with my father at Lake Lillinois. Yes, it was named after some Native American group in Connecticut. And at the time, I remember it was an incredibly peaceful lake. There was almost no houses or anything on it. It was just a very calm lake. So we'd go down by the shore with a thermos full of iced tea mix, instant iced tea, Lipton iced tea, and we would have a lunchbox, a metal lunchbox we would go. And we'd sit there with our tackle boxes and our rods, and we'd cast down, just sit there and talk and have some iced tea and have a little snack and catch some fish. They were called sunnies, these little beautiful yellow golden fish. And we would never keep them. We would always just catch them, release, throw them back. It was just recreation and fun. And then notably, when it comes to me and obviously what I do today, one of the big things that stands out about me, about my history with my dad and the things we used to do together, is we used to play video games when I was very young. We're talking like mid-'80s. I had gotten a video game system, the Atari 7800, from my Uncle Richie. And he had given me a slew of games to play with it. So I was playing some of the classic games such as Joust, Moon Patrol, Dig Dug, Centipede, Asteroid, E.T. Yeah, I had E.T., if you can believe it. But some of the other games that I played with my dad all the time, Ball Blazer. I remember that game distinctly because it was a 2-player 3D game. Yes, 3D vector graphics back then were a rarity. This game actually had shaded vectors. So it was essentially the first 3D game I ever played. It was a 3D plane, a ginormous square checkerboard, where you were this little, I don't even know what you would call it, a pod. And there was a ball that the 2 pods would try to grab. When you got near the ball would be in your possession. It would stay in front of your pod. And your object was to grab the ball, and then there was a goalpost moving at the other end of the square back and forth, and you had to shoot the ball through the goalpost to score. There were different difficulty levels. On the easiest difficulty, the goal was giant, but as you got better at the game, the goalpost would get smaller and smaller, so you'd have to get much closer in order to score. Now, if you misfired, it would bounce off the wall and come back at you. And by the way, when the 2 pods get near each other and you press the button to shoot the ball, you'd repel each other back with gravitational force. So it was kind of interesting. You could bounce off each other, grab the ball, score. It was fun. My dad and I had a lot of fun playing this game. I remember, listen to how I'm talking about it as if it was yesterday, right? And that was 35 years ago. And I remember it like it was yesterday, okay? So, I have very fond memories of spending time with my father when I was a child and doing many fun things with him. And it was very nice of him to do those things, even though, like I said, he was busting his ass at his job to make a living to raise our family and so we could afford everything. So, shout out to my dad today. And shout out to all the dads out there who are responsible dads who do the right thing and take care of their families. Hate to say it, it's not everyone, but for those of you who do the right thing, kudos to you and happy Father's Day. Okay, very nice. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk more about stuff that pertains to my streams and my content for today. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, today you may have noticed this, and this is exactly what I've been telling you guys was coming for the last week. I knew that at one point we were going to lose a ton of gifted memberships because last month I got the ability to have gifted memberships here on DSP Gaming, and within a couple days of having those, a bunch of people came to the streams and said, wow, we want to support the channel the first way we ever been able to do this. Let's do it. And boom, I had over 100 gifted memberships within one day of getting gifted memberships here on YouTube. Okay. And I'm very appreciative for that. That helped out a lot, and tons of people enjoyed them. Now, for those of you who have the ability to renew them, you know, maybe you'll feel like there was enough value in having that membership for that month that you will. Not only does it support me and the channel as a whole, but also obviously everyone here, you know, enjoying those benefits of getting a green highlighted name in chat, getting a chat crown badge next to your name, using all of my emotes, not having slow mode in effect so you can talk as much as you want in the chat, getting priority to nominate and vote on special events. The members got to have priority to nominate games for the upcoming Viewers' Choice event, right? All of that, you know, people had basically for the last 30 days. And I know if you had lost it today, it's a little sad. Man, my month trial ran out, right? But undoubtedly what's going to happen is over time, there will be more of that kind of support on the channel. It's going to, you know, come back, especially I feel when new releases hit. Right now, you know, what are we really doing? We're doing downtime stuff. I'm doing a second run of Teenage Ninja Turtles today. We're doing Toy Story 2 tonight. But I get the feeling that once bigger, higher profile games start to hit and people are you know, bringing in more attention and views to the channel, then we're going to start having more of that support again, okay? So, kudos to those who did support the channel in the last month. Thank you for those gifted memberships. Perhaps we'll have more today. Maybe we won't. I certainly know there's going to be a lot of people now looking for it since they had it over the last month and they expired today, okay? And by the way, this is going to go down even further. I looked it up, and what it looks like is it was incremental. Like every few days, we'd have another 10, another 20, another 10, another 20. And then it kind of froze for a bit, and then it was June 1st. I don't know why. On June 1st, there was a giant spike. I think what it was is people wanted to hit the goals for the month. So we had that giant spike, like on the 31st. Well, would it be 30 days in May? No, yeah, we were like the 31st day of May. We had a giant spike in gifted memberships, so we hit all the goals. So I guarantee you that's going to happen again. Is around the 31st, we're going to see another dip. But we may, you know, I'm not worried. Here's the thing. I'm not worried about it. I'm not. It maybe if this was the first time I encountered this, I'd be, oh my God, freaking out. The sky is falling kind of a deal. But I streamed on Twitch for 4.5 years, and I had gifted subs for a long time. And I know from being over there that it goes like this. Ups and downs, it's waves, okay? Sometimes the hot popular game will come out, people will come to support the channel, and you go boo, whoop. And then sometimes you get downtime when there's not a lot going on, and it goes boo. And it's fine. It's not a big deal. You know, as long as it kind of evens out in the long run, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal at all. All right? But there you have it. You may have some people freaking out already. I saw some people on pre-stream were like, oh, I just lost my membership. Sorry about that. But, you know, I'm sure if you can't renew it yourself, eventually there will be some people coming back to give some stuff in the future. Okay? Okay. So there you have it. Now, let's talk. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I have a great idea of what I'm doing for the next week. It's finally been determined as of last night what I'll be doing for the rest of the week. And I'd like to talk about this today because I feel like you guys will be very interested in the schedule because it's an interesting one for this week for sure. Okay? So, let's talk. Today, what I'd like to do... Hello, darkness. Good morning. Today, what I'd like to do is I would like to wrap up my playthrough of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. And you might say, wait a minute. Wrap up? I mean, you just started playing it on Thursday when it came out on Game Pass. Yeah. And within one sitting, I beat the whole thing. We've seen the entire game already. It's a very simple game, which I feel is why they included it on Game Pass, because they knew this game would be a very hard sell for people to buy outright when you can literally beat the game in 2 to 3 hours. Okay?
Go back to Supercuts
So,
and get your $5 back, jabroni.
Today, I want to do a second run in the game. But here's how I'm tackling that, okay? Number one, I want to use Casey Jones. Casey Jones is one of my favorite characters in all of Ninja Turtles, both the cartoons and the movies. And so I absolutely would like to do a run with him. I'm sure he's going to be unique and different from when I played with Leonardo for my first run. But this time around, I absolutely want to do a full co-op playthrough of the game, okay? Online cooperative gameplay, where I'll be teaming up with, hopefully, multiple other people. We'll have to see how it works, because I tried it. I tried to figure this out on Tuesday, and Thursday. It was confusing, and I joined a lobby where we ended up starting on level 10. Like, I think I went a little too far, so I started over. So hopefully, I can figure this out and get online co-op. Maybe even a full lobby of 6 would be great. Now, here's the other part of that. I would love to play it on the harder difficulty, because I already beat it on the standard. But again, with the online mode and the way it works, I have no idea how you can set the difficulty, or if I can get into a lobby that's guaranteed to be a harder difficulty. So as much as I would like to do that, that's something that I can't guarantee is going to happen. But I'll do my best. We'll see what happens. Okay, so this will be my second and final run in Ninja Turtle Shredder's Revenge. After today, I mean, we'll have seen the game twice. What else am I going to do in this game, right? I mean, realistically, we'll have seen the entirety of the thing. Why on earth would there be anything else to do? We finish it up, right? Okay. In fact, listen up, listen to this. After I finish the pre-stream podcast, I'm going to take a quick break to use the restroom. And I'm thinking, if I get into a lobby with people who are going to play the game consistently from start to finish, I might actually play the entire game from start to finish without a break. I wanted to do this without a break, because I was thinking about this and I was like, wait a minute. If I'm playing this with people and I take a break, obviously I need to drop from the lobby, right? If I go to rejoin, there's no guarantee that I'm going to get to start the same stage again, right? So I guess what we're going to have to see is, can I get into a lobby where we start on level 1 and we're all going to stick around to play the entirety of the game from start to finish, right? If so, then I will actually do that. But I don't know what's going to happen. What if I actually have to take a shit or something? Well, if I have to take a shit, no, I'm not going to shit here in my chair. That would be disgusting. This is my nice chair. You know, I've almost had this chair for a year now. It's still super comfy. I love it. This is the best chair I've ever had for gaming. It's been such a great year playing in this thing. It's comfortable as shit. Actually having back support is amazing. Anyway, getting derailed here. I'm hoping that I'll be okay, and I'll be able to maybe run through the entirety of the game in one go. We'll see. The game's around 2 to 3 hours long. If you don't take a break, I could probably beat it in like 2.5 hours. But I guess we'll see. Okay? Okay. That's the first stream today, and then that's it. That's the send-off for Turtles. All right? Now, tonight on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, we're doing something that you guys directly requested. You. It was just a couple days ago. We were exploring. Oh, my nose. We were exploring.
You there?
I can't speak today. Hold on a second.
Shut up, bitch!
It's one of those days. I got marbles in my mouth. Okay, let's try this one more time. Ready? Earlier this week, we were exploring PlayStation Plus Premium, the new subscription-based tier service from Sony on PlayStation consoles. We actually have done, if you can believe it, 9 hours of coverage of this now. I didn't even realize I did that much, but we did. We did 9 hours of PlayStation Plus Premium this week. People liked it, by the way. It seems like engagement was good. Viewership is good. People really enjoyed me doing this. One of the games that I played for the very first time that I knew absolutely nothing about at all when we started exploring the service is Toy Story 2. Okay? I don't know anything about it. Never played it before. Easy. I played about 45 minutes of it, I would say.
We'll keep playing, guys.
And when
right?
I
See if we
did,
can get more.
You guys really seemed to enjoy it. The general feedback that I got from my viewing audience was, wow, Phil playing Toy Story 2 is a nostalgia trip, because a lot of us played this game back in the day when it was a new game on PlayStation 1 as a kid. and to see him play it now in the modern day and taking on the same platforming and challenges that we did back in the day feels great. And it's really neat and interesting and unique. And we'd like to see Phil take this on as an actual playthrough. Okay? So, I don't know anything about the game at all, besides what we already saw, you know, when I played it the other day. What was it, Thursday, Friday? Whatever day I played it first. So that being said, since you guys seemed to enjoy that, I'm doing it as a full playthrough. I've been told that it's about 6 hours long, so it wouldn't be that long of a playthrough to do. It's starting tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, 2 hours of Toy Story 2. We already beat the first level, so we're going to start on level 2, which I believe is the yard. Yeah, that's where we're going for tonight. Okay, it should be a good time. I hope you'll join me, especially if this is a nostalgic game for you. I hope you'll swing by and chill with us. Okay. Okay, excuse me. Now, tomorrow we have two. Actually, this week we have 2 more streaming days, if you can believe it. Because usually I don't. Usually I stream just Monday and Tuesday's my day off. Not this week. This week Wednesday's my day off. Okay. So because of that, we have 2 full streaming days coming. So what am I going to do on these streaming days? Well, you know, I talked to people. I considered various things. I've decided that starting tomorrow, we are going to start with the Castlevania Anniversary Collection. Now, what console will that be on? I actually don't know. It could be on Xbox Series X. It could be on PlayStation 5. I don't really think it matters. I think it's going to play equally no matter what. It's a classics collection, right? So, starting tomorrow on the first stream, I'm going to be playing classic Castlevania. Now, what games are included in this collection? Castlevania 1, 2, and 3 on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Super Castlevania 4 on the Super NES. Plus a bunch of Game Boy games. Apparently, there's 2 Castlevania spin-off games for Game Boy. And then there's another game I've never heard of before. It's called Kid Dracula. Whatever the hell that is. So all that is included in this anniversary collection that they released a few years ago. I think it came out like 2019 or something like that. So you might say, why now? And what's up with this? Well, a couple things. First of all, I have never played a classic Castlevania before on stream at all for you guys. Now, just to let you guys know, if you don't, oh man, no, it's Castlevania. That means it's like a Metroidvania game. It's a giant winding labyrinth where you're going to get lost and have to backtrack and fight the same enemies 400 times. No, classic Castlevania is not like that. Okay, you get that out of your mind. Classic Castlevania is linear. It's not going back and retracing your steps. It's a set amount of platforming challenges, a set amount of enemies, boss fights, pretty epic stuff, and a really kicking soundtrack. All the classic Castlevania games have outstanding freaking soundtracks. And they're very challenging. Okay? They are some of the hardest old school games you can get. They're infamously difficult. Now, did I ever play these before? Admittedly, yes. I remember renting some of these games. I remember playing Castlevania 1 and 3 rented on my NES. Because I remember in 3, there's multiple characters you play as. I distinctly remember that. And then I remember playing Super Castlevania, because I specifically remember the whip being able to go in different directions for the first time, and being able to hang on the whip when the rooms rotated. I remember playing all that. But I know for a fact that I never beat them at all. I don't even remember getting very far. You know, back then you'd rent a game, and if you had a ton of time to play, great, but sometimes you didn't. So sometimes I would rent a game and play it for like 2-3 hours, you know, over the course of a day or two, and that was all I had. So I know I didn't beat them. I definitely didn't beat them. I didn't even get that far. So I think this is going to be fun, because apparently, you know, it's going to basically be like my first real, genuine experience with these games. And I'm excited because not only is it going to be feel nostalgic, but it's going to be challenging. If you watch me play, what was it? Super Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins last year, Resurrection or whatever it was called. It's going to be similar to that level of challenge, I feel. So it should be fun. If you like that playthrough, you're absolutely going to love this one. So, by the way, it's not going to be that hard or that long. These are shorter games. These are NES games, okay? So that should be fun. Tomorrow, something different for variety. Castlevania Anniversary Collection on my first stream. Premiere it, okay? Then on the late stream tomorrow, it's going to be more Skyrim After Hours, where we're going to wrap up the Dawnguard DLC. We're in the home stretch of it right now. We have like one more little thing to do, and then we get this bow, and then we head into the end game where you do the final fights and everything. So that should be fun tomorrow night. As we head into the end game. Once we beat the Dawnguard DLC, there's not much left in the game, and I think we will actually beat Skyrim within the next week to week and a half. I fully believe that, okay? Then Tuesday, my final streaming day of the week, we're going to do another session of Classic Castlevania, and that's going to be paired with more Toy Story 2 on the late stream. And that's my streaming week this week, okay? I'll be off from streaming on Wednesday. Now, when I return on Thursday, non-stop new release fun. On Thursday, we've got Sonic Origins premiering, which is that unique collection of Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic & Knuckles, Sonic CD. Only these versions of the games have added content like remixed music, apparently some increased or improved visuals, and some other added crossover content that I'm not even sure of. But apparently it's supposed to be a pretty awesome collection everyone's looking forward to. So I'll be doing that on Thursday. And then on Thursday night, it'll be more Toy Story 2. Okay? By then, I might have actually beaten the game. That might actually be the conclusion of Toy Story 2 if the game really is only 6 hours long. All right? Then, on Friday, another big new release. It's the Capcom Fighting Collection. Now, in honor of there finally being a new classics collection out of Capcom, all right, I am going to be covering it for 2 straight days. So here's how I'm covering it. Daytime streams on Friday and Saturday will be offline content, meaning I'll be checking out all the games. There's, I think, 5 or more Darkstalkers games. And when I say cover, I mean, what I'll probably do is just play through the arcade mode once with a certain character and see their ending. Okay. There's Hyper Street Fighter 2 Anniversary Edition, which is an amalgamation of all the different versions of Street Fighter 2 into one game. Okay, I'll probably play through that once on the hardest difficulty. I'll be doing Red Earth, which actually was a game that was never really meant to be a competitive fighter, but is in that collection as well. I'll be doing Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, which admittedly I suck at. I had friends back in the day who absolutely loved this game because it was a puzzle game with Street Fighter characters. I'm not good at it at all, but I would definitely be interested in revisiting this in the collection. There's also Gem Fighter Mini Mix, which is a spin-off of Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, where they turned the puzzle game into a fighting game. I know that sounds weird. It really is. But that's also kind of entertaining. It's more of a party game. It's not meant to be a serious fighter, but it's still going to be fun to mess around with. And then there's another game in there called Cyberbots, which again was another one of these Capcom games that was meant to be a serious fighting game. But it'll be interesting to check it out offline. So, the daytime streams, Friday and Saturday, will be me going through all of this collection offline and playing through all the various campaigns of the games. It might take 2 streams. There's a lot of these games, you see. So it could take a while. All right. Now, on the night streams, Friday and Saturday, I'm going to be doing competitive multiplayer. Now, looking at this collection, I can tell you that out of all the Darkstalkers games, only really 2 of them were ever played competitively in arcades. Darkstalkers 3 and Vampire Savior. Those were the only 2. There are other games in this collection, like there's Night Hunters and Night Hunters 2, Vampire Savior 2. Those never really were major arcade releases, okay? They're in there. I don't know, ultimately, which of all of those Darkstalkers games the public will adopt as the ones to play competitively. It very well could be that it's random, or it could be that they actually collectively determine as a community, oh, this one, Vampire Savior 1, was the best one, and that's the one we want to play competitively. I don't know. I guess we have to see when this collection comes out what happens, okay? But definitely Darkstalkers is going to be in the mix, okay? Definitely in the mix. Now also, oh, by the way, someone says they tried to tip it. It says forbidden. Someone tipped 10 minutes ago, so it doesn't sound like what you're saying is truthful. I think you might be full of it, or be having a unique issue. I'll just check quickly myself, but I don't think the tipping is down. I think it's baloney. Anyway, here we go. Let me click on this. And the page loaded fine. Yep, so no. Stream Elements is not down. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. I knew it. Continuing on. So Friday night and Saturday night, it's going to be competitive multiplayer. Some kind of Darkstalkers will be in the mix there. Okay? Hyper Street Fighter 2 Anniversary Edition. I can't imagine people would not want to be playing this competitively. I mean, the game is an amalgamation of all the versions of Street Fighter 2 into one game. Seeing World Warrior Zangief take on Hyper Fighting Cammy, right? Or Hyper Fighting Cammy, wow, that was stupid. Super Turbo Cammy. Seeing Champion Edition Bison take on Hyper Fighting Guile. These are going to be matchups that are going to be crazy to see because there's some really overpowered, broken versions of characters in this collection. And back when this collection was prominent, there was not active online play. So when people were playing this in 2006, the only way to play against people was to play them in person. So there wasn't a lot of exposure of this game in a competitive nature unless you went to a tournament. So now for the first time ever, this game will be played online. We're going to see matchups, crazy matchups we never even seen before or never imagined. And we're going to see how they turn out, okay? So I'm definitely excited for this. I hope you guys are too, and I hope that's good. So both Friday night and Saturday night will be competitive multiplayer in this collection. Okay? Then on Sunday, we will swing back to Sonic Origins for the major stream, and then that night, I'll either do more Skyrim, as we'll be heading into the end of the playthrough, or if there is request and demand for it, we'll just do Castlevania that night, because at that point, I wouldn't have played Castlevania in a very long time. Okay? Fair enough?
No one has been leaned yet. Nobody has been leaned.
Cool. I hope that sounds good to you. All right. I was checking the schedule on my phone. That's what I was doing there. Okay, so. There you go. SPB, if it says error forbidden, it probably means that you were banned from tipping at one point in the past because you were trolling, and I banned you from tipping because you did a troll tip that was insulting. Yeah. That's probably what it means. So, oh well. You shouldn't have trolled in the past. Anyway, Jasper just bit my foot. Anyway, it's an exciting week coming up, right? It's a good mix. You got the conclusion of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles today, Toy Story 2 starting up tonight, Castlevania starting tomorrow, Sonic Origins on Thursday, a huge new fighting game collection on Friday, a ton of fun stuff coming up. I'm excited for this week for sure. I hope you guys are too. Good stuff coming up, right? All right. So, I'm just trying to think, outside of all of that, is there anything else that I really want to talk about at this point? I guess here's what I should do. Here's an update on a couple things. First of all,
we're only halfway
you guys
through,
have been nominating games for the upcoming Viewer's Choice playthrough for a while now. It's been about a week and a half. Have I had an opportunity to sit down and review all those nominations and make the polls? No, absolutely not. I wish I did. I've had zero time to do that, okay? I will hopefully have some time to sit down and work on that in the next few days. I'm actually kind of eyeballing possibly Tuesday as a day when I'll have more time to do that. At the very least, later on this week, I'll have time. I know for a fact I have maybe a day set later on in the week that if I can't do it earlier this week, later in the week I will do it. I'll sit down, I'll review all of your nominations, okay? And then I will set up the polls. So there'll be 2 polls. Well, actually, I take that back. There'll be 1 poll, and it's going to be at least 5 selections, if not 10. It's the most nominated games for Viewer's Choice. This poll will be. Okay.
Is that jiggle coming up?
And then I will. Set up the polls.
It was not.
So there'll be 2 polls. Well, actually, I take that back. There'll be 1 poll.
You're still there.
And it's going to be at least 5 selections, if not 10. It's the most nominated games for Viewer's Choice. This poll will be. It'll be on the main channel page of DSP Gaming under the Community tab. One of the selections will be exclusively chosen by the members who have been nominated games for the last week and a half. But the rest of the choices will be from the public. So, you guys will be...
Hang on. I'm looking for a face check. Apparently, face jiggled, and I missed it.
An update on a couple things. First of all, you guys have been nominating games for the upcoming Viewer's Choice playthrough for a while now.
That's why she was a face jiggle.
Have I had an opportunity to sit down and review all those nominations and make the polls? No, absolutely not. I wish I did. I've had zero time to do that, okay? I will hopefully
You know,
have
I'll
some
count
time to
it.
sit down and work on
I'll
that in the
count
next
it.
few days.
You should have said several more times than you had to.
And
so
actually
yeah.
kind of eyeballing possibly Tuesday as a day when I'll have more time to do that. At the very least, later on this week, I'll have time. I know for a fact I have maybe a day set later on in the week that if I can't do it earlier this week, later in the week I will do it. I'll sit down, I'll review all of your nominations, okay? And then I will
1.5 speed, so we can catch
and then I
up.
will set up the polls. So there'll be 2 polls. Well, actually, I take that back. There'll be 1 poll, and it's going to be at least 5 selections, if not 10. It's the most nominated games for viewers' choice. This poll will be. It'll be on the main channel page of DSP
Don't worry,
Bingo.
guys, this won't last too long.
One of the
We'll
selections
catch
will
up
be
soon enough.
exclusively chosen by the members who have been nominating games for the last week and a half. But the rest of the choices will be from the public. So you guys will be voting, and it'll determine what game will actually be a full playthrough here on my streams in the next few weeks. It's probably going to start, I would think, first week of July would be a great time to sit down and start up that playthrough, because by then, first week of July, likely a lot of the ongoing coverage and stuff that I'll be doing will have slowed down. Okay? Cool. Now, also, there's another event that's going to happen, a React event. Okay? Now, personally, I'm happy that this week I didn't react to shit. Seriously. First, we had me reacting to my Down the Rabbit Hole. Then we had me reacting to the John Howard video. Then for a week, I was reacting to all the game events. Like, dude, enough of the fucking reactions. Had enough. So I'm happy that that's the situation right now. But we're going to have a special React event lined up. All right? So what is this event going to be? I don't know yet. Right now, you know, the 3 things we absolutely could do is I could react to a documentary from Frederick Knudsen, who did all the Down the Rabbit Hole videos. I could react to a documentary from June the King, who does documentaries on his channel. I got approval to do his. Or we could react to something completely different, some videos about supernatural stuff and occurrences, maybe a true crime documentary about a murderer and their killing spree. Stuff like that we could react to as well, because I actually have a particular channel that I'm lined up that I could do that for, okay? So that being said, interesting. Now, am I going to be determining this yet? No. What I think we will do is wait till the very last week of June, and then we'll determine, maybe do a poll, or we'll talk about it on the streams, we'll figure out exactly what to do. And then what I'll do is I'm going to schedule a marathon, just like I've done previously. And the marathon will be, number 1, me doing these React-style stuff. Number 2, a live feasting with the king. And number 3, an actual new sim video in WWE 2K22 where I'll do a Battle Royale 30-man over-the-top rope fight, just like I did last time, all with created fantasy characters, just like I did last time. All right? You guys really loved when I did that last time. It's the first time I've done it in years, so I kind of want to bring that back. So 2 special things will be starting in July. First, it's going to be a viewer's choice playthrough. And then it's going to be a special marathon React event with Feasting with the King with a fantasy match from WWE as well. So all that is coming soon, but not yet. We're not there yet. We still have a week or 2 to get through of new content and stuff, and then we get to the July festivities. Okay? All right. So that being said, I think it's time for shout-outs, and then after that, it's Q&A. So let's get the shout-outs first of all. So, did this not update? It didn't. So I know that there were 2 contributions. First of all, only Kawaii Coffee re-upped their membership for 14 months and said, Happy Father's Day and Juneteenth, Phil. Thank you for the ongoing support. And then there was a super chat from, I believe, Jake. Yes. Thank you, Jake, for the super chat this morning. I think what it is both those contributions came in before I actually turned the stream on. So even though they're in my queue on YouTube here, they don't show up in the queue from Streamlabs. But they still count. So thank you very much for that. Let's get Jake on the leaderboard. Jasper Kitty, you're back. Jasper's been in and out of the office during the pre-stream today. He has not yet jumped on the chair or anything yet, so you guys haven't seen him. But he has been in here. Shout out to SPB, who just became a supporter of the channel. Thank you, SPB, for the membership. I appreciate that. Okay. You saw his tail? Yeah, he was walking by. Right now he's rubbing my foot. Jasper, people want to see you, but you don't like me to pick you up these days when you're on camera, right? He's been very squirmy when I try to pick him up. Jasper, you want to come up here? Want to come on my lap? He doesn't want to come up. You want to come on my lap? Come on, buddy. Come up on my lap and say hello to everybody. Climb the chair. Jasper, come on. He's just staring and he won't move. He doesn't want to come up here. Here he comes. Come on up. Yes. Here he is. Here's Jasper Kitty. Ha ha ha. Got him to come up. Oh, you got dandruff. Jasper, you got some dandruff. Oh no. Oh no, Kitty needs a bath and he hates water. Uh-oh. He hates water. The times we tried to give him a full bath, that did not go over well. So what we do is we buy shampoo and you spray him and you can wipe his fur with it and it cleans him. He does not like a bath.
Chair Creek is part of the bingo card, but it's not in this
so
one.
You want to see something
we
funny?
have Chair Creek on
I've
now.
heard you can pet a cat, but you don't pet a cat the way you can pet a dog. A dog likes to be pet on the head. A cat likes to be pet right here. Look, he likes it. You pet a cat on their upper back, and they like it just like if you pet a dog.
Zio
he
just
actually
learned
loves
this?
this. I've been doing this for like a couple weeks. He saw this online. He loves it. Look at this. He's like little pats on his upper back, and he feels like that's very calming.
And he didn't know this before.
That's interesting. That a cat doesn't want it on their head. They want it like right here on the up, mid to lower back. Look, he loves it. Look, you see, he froze. He liked it. He just stopped moving because he wanted more. It's funny. Okay. Shout out to Kyle, Here's the super chat. It says you can have a DSP purge, unban everyone for a day. No, I'm not an idiot. I'm definitely not doing that. That would be insanely stupid and incredibly detrimental to everyone who's intelligent and wants to have fun on my stream, so I'm not doing that. Right, Jasper Kitty? You don't want those trolls back, do you? Look at that. He's like, absolutely not. No trolls. No trolls. Derek says he pets dogs on the head or the body. Bigger dogs love it. Kitties like to be rubbed on the head like this, but they don't like to be pet like a dog likes to be pat. He likes it right here. Look at him. See, he freezes. He likes it. He's like, oh, I like that. That's cute. Okay. So thank you to Kyle. I will certainly update the leaderboard when I get a chance in a moment here. Shout out to I Am Kazam, who did a $5 tip. That's our first tip of the day. And he says, 44 years ago, Jim Davis changed the world. He created a lasagna-loving comic strip character known as Garfield. Happy birthday to America's favorite feline. Here's to 44 more years of hating Mondays, squishing spiders, and kicking Odie off the table. I didn't know that it was Garfield's anniversary, but all right, there you go. All right, so now let's get Kyle on the leaderboard for the latest super chat. And let's get I Am Kazam on the leaderboard for a tip. The first tip of the day. There you have it. Thank you guys for the early support. All right. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I've talked about all the topics that I want to talk about on the pre-stream. So we're going to open it to Q&A. If you guys would like to talk about anything, you know, let's do it. You should tag me in the stream chat, and we'll go from there. All right? Parasolo re-upped his membership for 14 months. He says, what was the last superhero movie that you watched? Movie. Probably Avengers Endgame. I think so. Because I'm trying to think. I don't think I saw anything after that. I didn't see the two Spider-Man movies after that. No, all the Marvel movies and superhero movies that I saw were before that. I did watch WandaVision last year, but that's not a movie. That's a television series. No, I've never played Quack Shot. Am I playing story or arcade today? I don't even know the difference. Like I said, I just want to play online with people and play through the game. I don't know what modes they are. I don't know anything really the difference about it, so I don't know. Derek, I don't know. Is there anyone particularly sad that we lost in 2022? I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah. Money.
Thank you very much to the anonymous tipper. Says, have a good night, Scotsman. Thank you very much for that. I do appreciate that. I don't expect that. It's fantastic. Just thought I'd pause it so people could enjoy the money, yeah, but thank you very much to the anonymous donator for that. And I'll try my best to have a good night. Thank you very much.
Dwelling on that, I don't really want to think about it. Matrix91 did a super chat and says, I found out 3 stages of life cycles. Fat turns to energy, energy turns to power, power turns to chaos. It's all ogre now.
Sorry, I need to speed up again because I paused, but it won't take long.
Thanks, Matrix, for the super chat. It's all ogre now. Alrighty then. I want to talk about an old internet meme.
I'm trying to think of things that Rich can ask Phil safely. Like,
Senator Zen, as I actually talked about this recently, as I was talking about in the future diversifying my content. He says, what are your thoughts on introducing a new series of Cooking with the King? It's not going to happen anytime soon, at all. But, as I said, in the future, all right, I may consider doing something where I do a series of trying to make meals. Of course, it would be me trying to do stuff at a time that I've never really cooked major meals before. So it certainly would be like, wow, can Phil pull this off or not kind of an attitude. But I have no means to do that right now.
There we go, we're caught up.
I would have to figure out how could I film in my kitchen. Right now, I don't have anything to do that. My old digital cameras are broken. my camcorder doesn't work or is gone. I don't know where it is. I haven't used my camcorder in like 5 years. I don't even know where the fuck it is. If it even works, I have no clue.
We have
and by the way, the
engagement
camcorder looks
already,
like shit.
Rich.
It just really is a bad quality camcorder. It never was
We
meant to
already
be
have
good.
engagement ticked.
So
You don't need to get him to see
basically,
it.
I have no means. If I wanted to film anything around my house at this point, I don't have a way to do it. It's not like back in the day when I had that means. I don't have that anymore.
Why can't Kat film you?
I'd have to figure it out.
She would behind the camera. She would save
So-
from being in the
And
viewer.
no, it's not live streaming from my phone. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. The point of doing a cooking show is actually doing the cooking show that's a show. Not, oh, you're live streaming and being stupid and fucking everything up. So, no, I have to think about it. Maybe long term, but no, I have no plans of doing anything cooking in the short term. Have I ever tried fish and chips? Yes. I've had fish and chips from various different places, restaurants and the like, and I think it's good depending on where you go. Because you have to have the right balance of batter and fish. You also have to have the batter cooked properly so it's crispy but not too thick and gooey. And I also like different kinds of batter as well. But yes, I've had fish and chips before. Do a new version of my sauce. I could. I haven't done it in a million years. Like, we actually have not made sauce now in a while. You might have noticed. I used to call it Saucy Sundays or whatever. We haven't done it in a long time. There's a few reasons why. Our schedule for the last entire year has been very tumultuous, to say the least. If you haven't noticed, frequently, sometimes our day off would change. You know, a lot of things have been very fluctuating here. Let's say we haven't had a lot of steady stuff going on behind the scenes for a long time now. And because of that, it's hard to make time to make this sauce, because not only does it involve having several hours to set up and cook and have it be simmering during the daytime, but also it requires a special trip to get the ingredients. To actually make my homemade sauce, my family recipe, you need to have very specific ingredients, including San Marzano tomatoes. Without the San Marzano tomatoes, I might as well not make the sauce. It won't taste like Italian sauce without them. But there's only a few places around here that have them. So what we were doing is we were making a trip to this certain area where we would go to one place and buy some of the ingredients. And you could go like right across the street, and a place across the street had the other ingredients. And then we could buy bread to make grinder rolls and things, so we could have our either meatball grinders or sausage grinders or whatever it is we were doing. So basically, we had a routine. And then that routine about a year ago got thrown for a loop, and everything changed. And then we were like, damn, now we don't have a consistency to do this anymore. And it used to be something that we would do like every 3 months. We would do a pot of sauce. It would take a while to make, but then we would have sauce for months. We'd be able to have pasta with all this sauce all for months and months. And it basically, our lives got a lot more chaotic, and then we couldn't do it anymore. So sadly, yeah, I haven't had an opportunity to really make the homemade sauce in a very long time. Maybe that would be something that eventually I would do is, oh, I'm going to bring back the sauce, and when I bring it back, I'll document how to make it in a video series or something. I don't know. But again, I have no way to film in my kitchen at all. Zero. My digital cameras and shit that I used to use way back in the day don't work anymore. And I don't even know where my camcorder is. So as of today, outside of just a raw live stream, which I'm not going to do, I have no means to film in my kitchen at all. Maybe that will change in the future. You know, we talked about
can film you.
The possibility of long term here, me upgrading my setup, my equipment, and if I do that, I want to get a better webcam / face cam. And we were already talked about, instead of getting a shitty camera like this that I used for 10 years, that I get a high quality one that's a real digital camera or camcorder that could also live stream, right? Good stuff. Okay, anything else? Shit and shit. Tip me $1.50. He says, I find it odd how Nathan and other super chatters stopped showing up. What are you talking about? What?
Nathan Smith. He's
Nathan,
autistic.
You mean Nathan Smith? He was here yesterday. He was literally on stream yesterday. I don't know. Here's the deal. All right, guys. Here's me, and here's the weirdos, okay? Here's me and my mentality. So today I'm going to turn on my stream. I'm going to have a great time with my audience. I interact with everyone there. We have a great interactive time. It's social. We have conversation. We have fun. People enjoy what I'm doing but I'm on my stream today, and they contribute. That's how I see my stream, okay? Here's how some people see the stream. Oh my God, someone cheered. Microanalyze every action that person has ever done on Phil's stream, including his chat logs, how often they talk, are they a member, did they re-up their membership at what level, how often do they chat, tally up the amount of super chats that they put together to find out their contribution, did they ever tip, add the tips together. Now I have a running calculator of how everyone acts and contributes and shows up. It's fucking insane how these people act. They are not normal. Anyone who acts like that, there's something wrong up here. For me, it's like, this is a hangout session. We come and we have a chill, good time, right? We interact, we have fun conversation, we play games together. Everything's fun. That's how I approach my streams. This is not super serious. This is not anything. Oh my God, someone didn't show up for a few weeks. And to me, it's not, oh my God, the sky is falling, the world has ended. That's how some of these people act, because they're fucked up in their head. These people who want to be up in others' business, they want to be like micro-analyzing everything, you know? No exaggeration. So for a whole week, I was telling everyone, just so you guys know, just to prepare you, I know that large amount of gifted memberships is going to fall. It's coming. It's about 100 gifted memberships I got the moment that we had gifted memberships last month. I know that those are going to expire. Expect this number to go down. It doesn't mean it's a horrible thing. It's going to happen. It used to happen on Twitch. It's going to happen here. Everything's fine. What happened all day yesterday? There was like 10 people. Oh, are you going to update your members goal? Are you going to update the members total? Can you update it to see how many you dropped? Can you update that to see if it's accurate? Can you update it? Can you update it? They're nuts. There are these people who are just so obsessed with negativity and just obsession around my streams and support of my streams. Something I don't obsess about. They obsess about it
Bullshit.
More than me, and I'm the one running the streams in the business.
You
They're
definitely
nuts.
do obsess
when
about
you see someone like that, you point to them and you say, hey, you're nuts. I'm ignoring you now. Block them. Seriously. Pay no heed to people like this. They don't add anything positive. They're messed up. They're just here to give everyone drama and to give us all a bad time. That's not what we're here for. I don't care. It's my job to run a business as well as a hobby at the same time, right? And yes, it is my job to make sure that at least I'm making enough to make ends meet and pay my bills. Every once in a while, if we get a slow day, I'll bring it up and say, hey guys, can you support or whatever? And that's it. It's
Every
not
once in a while.
some giant thing where they're doing giant
Do it every
conspiracy
day.
theories and tracking shit. They're out of their minds. They're literally out of their fucking minds. Just ignore those idiots. So this guy tipping, where's Nathan? Nathan used to super chat. He's not on your streams anymore. Where is he, bro? What the fuck is your problem? Really? What screw is loose up here? No one thinks like that but you. Really? No one fucking thinks like that. You're fucked. Get a life, get a job, get a hobby, do something else than try to fucking micromanage who's on my streams contributing what and where they've been. Get the fuck out of here, man. You're out of your mind. Okay, enough of that. Derek, you're so far ahead of anything I'm doing. He goes, are you going to play other Toy Story games? I literally have played 45 minutes of Toy Story 2. All right, tonight is my first actual session of Toy Story 2 as a playthrough. The last thing on my mind is thinking about if I'm going to play more Toy Story games. Really. We will think about that later. We'll think about how it goes, you know. And if it goes well and people want to see more Toy Story long-term, great. But that's like, we're on step 1 and that's step 47 out here, you know. Undying Cthulhu says there's a new horror game, FPS Phobia St. Dinfa Hotel, coming out June 28th. I've never heard of this. I don't know anything about it at all. So I'm going to say, I know now I'm not playing it, but if I hear about it later, people play it and they say it's good, then I'll consider it. I like horror games, but I've never heard of this game you're mentioning right now. I also really like this TMNT game, Derek. I'm enjoying it. But the thing is, it's too short for me. Like, that's the thing. Oh, here we go. It's a throwback to the old classic arcade games. Great. But the arcade games were like 45 minutes long. So this one's 3 hours long. Great. It's still super short. It's disappointing that you're kind of done with it after one sitting, you know? Excuse me. Whew. Thank you, No Sleep Real Vibe. Says, happy Father's Day. Hope your parents are doing well. They are. I called them a couple days ago. Is Hyper Street Fighter 2 arcade mode ridiculously difficult like Super Turbo
We
arcade
might have
mode?
had a lean.
I don't know. You want to know why I don't know?
No, Phil said
Because when it
still
came out,
He's
I
there.
wasn't a content creator. I was just a competitive Street Fighter player. And when it came out, I didn't play arcade mode. I played, against other people. That's the only way I played the game. I don't think I ever even played through the arcade mode, so I wouldn't even know. We'll find out on Friday, I guess, right?
I feel like that toxic rant might have had more
Thank you,
to it.
SPBs. He likes my
I think
shirt
I'm going to
today.
rewind after the stream's over and see if I missed any.
Did Jasper get me something for Father's Day? Indeed, he did not. He does not have the ability to purchase things because he does not have currency.
Hey, Phil
However,
can wait to
he's a
that.
cute cat, and he's sitting in front of the television right now. Malcolm says, for the end of Skyrim, can I adopt 2 sons to help run the farm? I don't know. I guess we'll talk about it. We were talking about it last night on the Skyrim stream, that once I basically beat the story of the game, that my character of Jasper in the game can retire to the farm and basically like run the farm as his retirement after saving all of Skyrim. But I don't know how we're going to do it. I guess we'll figure it out then. Do I ever see myself becoming a father, like a human father in real life? No. It's not going to happen. I'm 40 years old. It's too late. I have no desire to do it. My wife has no desire for kids. No, it's not happening. Pet dad, sure. I'll probably have many pets over the years, but, human father, that's not going to happen. Oh, my nose is bothering me now. Ugh. Will I continue to play through for Resident Evil Director's Cut? At this point, we didn't even start. I mean, that was 10 seconds of the gameplay, Will I ever play it? Maybe, if people want it. Both Resident Evil Director's Cut Upscaled PS1 Edition plus the Resident Evil Remake are on the PlayStation Plus Premium package. So, I have access to both. If that's what people want, we could play it at some point, but it's up to you guys. Skyrim has been the ultimate chill game. It really has been. Take a look at the way I've played it. So laid back, sporadically. I don't even have to play it consistently, but when we come back, it's always fun. There's always questing to do. There's always stuff to do, right? TJ has tipped me $1.50. Says, I know Vanguard and Cold War are dog shit. Are you excited for Modern Warfare 2? No, because I didn't like Modern Warfare 1. So I'm not excited for Modern Warfare 2. I'm going to play the beta in the summer whenever it goes public. I'm going to determine if it's any good. If I like it, I'll get the game. If I don't like it, I won't play it. Just like Vanguard. It'll be the same line of reasoning for me is I'll give it a shot. I'm not going to write it off, but I'm going to give it a shot. And if I don't like the beta, fuck it. Don't buy it, right? Ooh. Please show Jasper was already here. Jasper was on my lap. Jasper, people are asking to see you again. Are you going to be up on the chair today? People like when you jump on the chair. Are you going to jump on my chair? If I get up to pick him up, he's probably going to move. That's it. Watch, he's going to move. Watch this. As soon as I stood up, he jumped down. I knew it. The moment I stood on my feet, he jumped off, and he's laying on the floor now. You're not. I wasn't mad at you for being up there. I wanted you to come over here. People want to see you. He won't. See, now he's laying on the ground rolling around. He's not going to come over here. That's how he is. Oh, let's see here. Did Jasper make me breakfast in bed today? Sadly, no. I made him breakfast this morning. I filled his food bowl, and I also gave him a wet treat, which is chunks of meat with some like broth or gravy on it. And he had a little of both. Expand Dong says they need to put classic Silent Hill games on PSN. Absolutely. I would play all 3 original Silent Hill games if they were on PSN. I would. They don't have any of that shit. It's very, very, very limited. The classic selection. It's not very good. The only survival horror game they have is Resident Evil. They need to have other stuff on there, and I hope they will add stuff over time. But then again, Konami, it's up to Konami. Konami's probably going to tell them no. Shout out to an anonymous tipper who tipped me $1.50 and says, will you consider going back to Fear? Did you see how bad that game ran? You really want me to go back and play that? It ran like shit. It was really bad. I would say no, unless there's a modernized version for consoles that runs better than that. I don't want to go back and play the PS3 version. That was complete shit. Spawn Killer taught me $1.50 and says, when you were growing up, you ever thought of doing something with video games like being a tester or a designer? I wanted to become a tester, but that never happened. When I was a kid, I used to draw my own levels for Super Mario Brothers. As I was playing Super Mario Brothers like 1 and 3, I would actually take long pieces of drawing paper. Classic selection, it's not very good. The only survival horror game they have is Resident Evil. You know, they need to have other stuff on there, and I hope they will add stuff over time. But then again, Konami, it's up to Konami. Konami's probably going to tell them no.
I'm trying to hear it with a voice crack when I said fear free.
Shout out to an anonymous tipper who tipped me $1.50 and says, will you consider going back to Fear?
Oh.
Did you see how bad that game ran? You really want me to go back and play that? It ran like shit. It was really bad. I would say no, unless there's a...
Right there. It was really bad.
It ran like shit. It was really bad. I would say no, unless there's a modernized version for consoles that runs better than that. I don't want to go back and play the PS3 version. That was complete shit. Spawn Killer taught me $1.50 and says, when you were growing up, you ever thought of doing something with video games like being a tester or a designer? I wanted to become a tester, but that never happened. When I was a kid, I used to draw my own levels for Super Mario Brothers. As I was playing Super Mario Brothers like 1 and 3, I would actually take long pieces of drawing paper and draw out my own stages. Imagine, oh, look, here's a challenge someone could run into or something like this. I thought that was neat. Outside of that, no. I never took it seriously like I would ever want to be involved in game development. I was always a fan of playing, not designing. Okay. Plum Girl says I should put a cat bed or some kind of perch in frame for Jasper, see if he'd ever hang up a nap there. The only thing I could do, I would have to completely remove everything from here and put a cat bed here, but I guarantee you he wouldn't use it. I guarantee you he wouldn't. I just know Jasper. I know Jasper. And there's certain things he likes and certain things he doesn't like. First of all, he never likes something for more than a couple months. We'll have a cat bed for him. He'll sleep. Oh, I like that. Sleeps in it for 2 months. Done. After that, it's like it never existed. Throw it out. just to give you some perspective. So, when I got my Hori Fighting Stick Alpha for Christmas, remember a fan donated to me. The box it came in, the giant shipping box. I just happened to put it down on the floor that night. He jumped in it and stayed in that box for 2 months. He loved it. He just kept going in and out with his fort. He would go in there, he'd peek out. Oh, he loved it. It was his plaything, his little cave. Okay. After 2 months, he decides, I don't want to be there anymore. Then he starts jumping on top of the cabinets, on top of our refrigerator, and hiding up in the upper corner of the kitchen that we can't even see. He did that for about a month and a half. He'll be laying on the couch with us, and then all of a sudden decide, I don't want to be on the couch anymore. For the next 2 months, I'm going to sleep on the floor on the carpet. That's just how cats are, and that's how he is. He's very seasonal, and he changes what he likes. So even if I said, oh, let's get a cat bed, and let's just take all these decorations out of here. Let's put the cat bed here, and see if Jasper will jump up there and start sleeping on it. He'll use it for like a couple weeks, and he'll just stop. That's how he is. And so people are like, oh, why don't you have a cat cam? There's no possible way to have a cat cam. He does not do the same behaviors for extended periods of time. He never has. He's always different. Even at night. Sometimes he sleeps at the foot of our bed. Sometimes he tries to sleep in the middle. Sometimes he tries to sleep on the floor. He sleeps in different places or different things. That's how cats are in their behavior. It's not like a dog where, oh, that dog is a go-to place where the dog goes to every day. I think people really misunderstand cats in that way. Cats aren't like that. So there would not be a way for me to set up something on stream for him to go to all the time. It would be nice. That would be nice, right? There's the other thing, and the other factor is Jasper can't consistently come in here. As you know, I told you last year, my schedule has been very chaotic, sporadic, and changing. There's been some times where for a whole strip of time, he could come in here and spend time with me when I stream. There's been also ones of months when he couldn't, right? Things are changing constantly. So it would be kind of messed up to get people used to him being on stream, and all of a sudden, well, guess what, guys? Now he can't be on stream again. All right, it is what it is. I've kind of explained this a lot of times. I don't want to really go into the full explanation again, so. Alex from Phoenix. Timmy $6 says, do you feel like I do? At this point, the video game industry, like Hollywood, has run out of original ideas. Let me put it this way. It's not that there's no originality. It's that the originality is not, sadly, is not really what's focused on anymore. And here's why. Back in the day, in order to get noticed, in order to make money with a game, your game had to be original, fun, and something that stood out from the crowd, because then reviewers would review it and say, wow, original, great, 10 out of 10. You know, it really mattered back then, right? Today, here's what happened. Gaming became more mainstream. As gaming becomes more mainstream, rather than people looking for those original experiences, people tend to look for cookie cutter experiences. What falls into this particular mold or category or genre? And is it best in class or an improvement upon what I've already played in that genre? Why do I want to play it? That's what happens when things go more mainstream, right? Think about 20 years ago, how many superhero movies were there? Well, you had X-Men, Spider-Man, a few Batman movies. It was sporadic, right? So when you actually went to the movies to see those, they felt special. They felt unique. Now, superhero movies are a dime a dozen. We got superhero TV series. We got superheroes out the ass. So the market becomes oversaturated with that, and now it's not special anymore. But superhero movies today are making more money than ever before because it's now an established genre, and people in droves, mainstream, go out to watch those movies. Regardless of even what the subject matter is, if it's a superhero movie, I'm going to see it. That's the mentality. So today, when you look at game development, let's say you're a major game publisher, right? You have money, you want to invest in a game, but you want to make sure you make a turn on your investment. You want to make money back. Do you go for the game that is a risk, something unique, different, no one's ever heard about it before, right? What is this game? It's wild, it's wacky, but it's addicting, it's fun, has potential to blow up and be a whole new thing that people will really enjoy? Or do you go for the latest game in the same exact genre and trend that's already popular and just make a few tweaks here, add a new intellectual property to it to make it something a little different, and hopefully your game will sell and you make a bunch of money on it? You see, this is what happens and this happens in all forms of entertainment. You've got a phase where it's no longer just about being creative to stand out or being original to stand out or even making a unique work of art. It's just make the money. And so I think there are some game studios that literally are in it just to make money. If you look at games, I just say it, EA, Ubisoft, the vast majority of crap they're pumping out is stuff just to make money. It doesn't break the mold. It doesn't do anything original. It's just follow a formula, print the money, right? There are other game companies that do try to do things differently. In particular, a lot of indie companies are the ones that are really focusing on innovation and different stuff these days, right? Of course, there are some exceptions. Like, for example, God of War 2018, they took an established franchise that was already popular and they decided to redesign it from the ground up to be something completely different and in some ways unique, I guess you could argue. And it ended up being popular. You know, it was a big risk, a big gamble for them to take God of War and change it from this combat style into a more narrative style with different kinds of combat and a more serious overtone. You know what I mean? It definitely changed things a lot. So there's still companies doing it. It's just few and far between. You got to really latch on to those companies that are trying to do things differently. And you want to know the truth? I think that's why when we just recently had the big reveal of Starfield, right? Oh my God, it's the first time we're ever seeing this game. And what did we see? We saw build your own spaceship, build your own settlement, settle on one of 1,000 worlds, which is all shit that's already been done in No Man's Sky. All right? Then we saw gunplay that looked identical to gunplay from a million other games. And then we saw the dialogue trees and the exploration of a city and the questing from like Fallout and other Bethesda games. So what did we see? We saw shit from all other games we've already seen. Was there one single thing in the presentation of Starfield we just saw that looked like it was something new that you'd never done in a game before? No. So that's the thing. If people, you guys don't have the right to criticize the game. You haven't played it yet. We know Bethesda puts out great games. Why are you naysaying? Why are you saying this or that? It's not No Man's Sky. All right, maybe it's not No Man's Sky, but it's just things we've already done. So why get hyped? Why get excited over something you've already fucking done, right? With Fallout, at least that game franchise has some unique things like VATS and other little tweaks and things that are unique to that franchise. You know you're only going to get when you play Fallout. In Elder Scrolls, there's gameplay mechanics, things about the world, the way that the commerce works, the RPG leveling and stuff. It's different. It's unique to that world. You play Elder Scrolls, you're going to get this uniqueness. What uniqueness are you getting from Starfield? It's all shit you've done in other games. Literally, everything in that game is lifted from another game. So why are you excited? Do you understand this is the difference of certain games being developed and why some people react to the way that they are now? I find it hilarious. Oh, people are just so negative they don't like anything. No, they just want something new and something they haven't fucking played 10 times before in other games. They're tired of that. They're tired of you made the game just to print money. Make the game so it's a unique experience, so I can say, wow, I was blown away, something I've never done before, something that's going to be memorable for me. You know, those games that resonate in your head forever because they really were unique experiences, as opposed to, oh, the game that I picked it up and I played it with my buds for 2 months, grinded online, put the controller back down, and I'd never remember it ever again. That's the difference here. Okay. All right, any other questions, guys? Still got a few minutes left before, we end the pre-stream, and I'll take a quick break to use the restroom, and then we'll jump into Ninja Turtles.
This has been one of the best bingo cards we've ever had.
Yes, I am of Italian descent. That is correct. Alan, I have no idea what you're talking about. No Sleep Real Vibes, I have no idea. He says, do you think that the net code of this upcoming Capcom collection will be good? I mean, there's no way to know. All you can know is what you're told. Here's what we were told. Robust net code. Yes, they actually used that term at one point. Rollback, a lobby system that's going to be complex and have multiple options for what you would want from a competitive game. If it has just those things, it's already 3 times better than Digital Eclipse's 30th anniversary collection, where no rollback. It was shitty, the net code. The lobby system was completely broken from the start, didn't even work. Then when they fixed it, they didn't fix it. It doesn't have features that you need. You know what I mean? Like, just from the get-go, it's going to be better. But I guess we'll see.
It's got another bingo.
Man on Wheels says, story mode lets
4.
you abuse the taunt move, lets you heal. Yeah, but if you do arcade mode, then there's no leveling system, so it's kind of boring. I feel like the story mode is where it's at. You want to be leveling your character up over time. You don't want to just be going through with all your abilities from the start, right? That was supposed to be the point of the game.
If he gets jealous about a YouTuber, that's 2 in 1.
I know. How bad is it that they're bundling the 30th anniversary collection with the Capcom Fighting Collection? They're not even made by the same company, and they're bundling them together to try to milk another dollar out of people. And sadly, people will not do the research. They will not realize how bad the 30th anniversary collection is, and they will buy both and be sorely disappointed. So I'm getting some of the dumbest things I've ever seen. Like someone asking me what to invest in a recession. Someone's telling me to dress up like a bee. When I start getting dumb questions like that, I realize the stream has basically gone too long. If there's 0 intelligent questions, then there's, no reason for me to stick around and we can end the pre-stream, I guess. I mean, what the fuck? No, Battleduck, I don't know what you mean. We're not talking about on-disc DLC. No, I never played Revenge of Shinobi. Easy Peasy says it's kind of like Castlevania, but with ninjas. It's really good. Never played it. Rich man, I'm not involved in any drama. I don't even know what you're talking about. Act man drama. He's talking about review tech. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, nor do I care. I don't care about any of it. I really don't. Malcolm says in Skyrim you can adopt a boy from a farm stable outside of Solitude. I think I already did that. The Redguard boy that is orphan in Dawnstar, Jasper's 2 sons. Man on Wheels says, how does this game stack with the classic Turtles games for me? It's on par. It's just very much longer, but it's definitely on par. And I like how it had all these characters who are from like the television show or the comics who aren't mainstream. Ninja Turtles characters. You don't think about Dirtbag and Ground Chuck when you think about Ninja Turtles, but they're in there. The Mutant Frog dudes, right? I owned at least one, if not more, of their action figures, and I loved them, but they weren't mainstay characters, but it's cool that they're in here. All right. Definitely the questions have slowed down with intelligence. So, all right. Let's end the pre-stream. All right. And we'll get ready. We'll get settled here for the gameplay. Thanks, everybody. All right. So let's switch over. Let's get set up. Like I told you guys, I'm going to take a brief break.
We're not finished.
Because I'm going to use the restroom. And then when we jump into Ninja Turtles, my intention is that hopefully we can actually play through the entirety of the game in one sitting with a co-op group online. I don't know if that's going to be possible, and that's going to be more dependent on the matchmaking than anything else and what we can find and if the group's dependable or not. But I figure if we're with a group and we're playing through it steady, stick with that group, right? Don't drop to take a break and come back and try to find someone to resume at a later stage. Try to actually like continue from where we started, all right? Okay, so let's take a break. It'll be like a 5-minute break, not a long break at all. All right, when I come back, it's Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, Casey Jones Run, trying to do it on co-op. Don't know if we'll be able to do a harder difficulty. We'll see how it works. We'll have to mess with it, okay? Oh, and I was using a joystick playing this, so I'll probably use the joystick. I didn't even think about that. Which means I need this here, and then the headphones will have to be plugged in here. Like this.
There is still time for more for Bingo. He's not started recording yet for YouTube.
Yeah. And then I gotta get the joystick. Okay. Alright. Let's take a break. I'll be back in a few minutes. Thanks, guys.
So, guys, we're waiting for him to come back.
I don't know where to go here. I'm gonna do this. Go straight.
Oh, fuck up. We're gonna have to endure his music because we won't know when he's back until. Oh! That counts. That's a $10 tip he just got. That counts for 20 plus bucks and tips. We have another.
What is this? What is this? Go straight. Rock, go straight. I'm on 1 foot. Go straight. Oh shit. 1 foot. I'm on 1 foot. I'm on 1 foot. Go straight. Rock, go straight.
Honestly, until he starts recording for YouTube and the first part of his gameplay, it's still fair game. Everything between now and then is going to be offline and technically still part of his pre-stream, building up to the game. So it's all, you know, up for grabs still. Yeah, Choose Nails is going to be the one that won't happen, I think. I might remove it from the card, he doesn't really do it much these days. Blow Nose is hitting this as well. Jeez, Rich, man. Right, you don't need to do anything, Rich. I'll tell you what. You're very useful without baiting them in terms of, you know, you're still alive in this chat. I got banned, but not even nothing. Somebody recognised me, and I was like, yeah, I did nothing wrong, but I just got banned just because they recognised me. They knew I was a detractor. So you're behind enemy lines and you're still unbanned. That's quite valuable. I won't get banned. I'm too good with words. Just call him Daddy somewhere. But he might say reality, and I mean, if he's better into it, or he might get better into YouTuber jealousy. It's very possible. It just depends if he sees it right before starting streaming. It might take him a while to accept as well. If he's got to try and find humans to play with, it might take a while. We are still alive for more bingos, but this has already been the most successful bingo card we have ever had. I cannot believe how successful this has been. I'm actually thinking, it's kind of hard to fill up this whole bingo card, but I might do a thing. You know how rare it is to get like 3 in a row at least? You got 5. It's nuts. It's absolutely insane. Well, Madonna is God is in Phil's chat. A mod finally turned up. You gotta be very careful. Madonna might just ban you quickly, Rich, so. He has to mention the word reality. Because sometimes the guy goes off on it and he'll say the reality of the situation is thus or whatever. His chat's interesting right now. Ben Millington is really making his thoughts clear. Sorry for music guys, but Phil tends to come back and start speaking before the art disappears. So we're gonna have to have the music on just so we're aware of when he's back. He just has to say the word reality, essentially. Which is why I was thinking he could get baited by talking about virtual reality or whatever. I don't think he'll blow his nose on stream, especially since he's going to the toilet. He'll probably do it well on, you know, at the toilet, so. In the bathroom. We could protect, it'd be great if we can get any more, and I think there's definitely potential to get at least 2. YouTuber jealousy and reality are up for grabs in my opinion, depending if he gets asked the right things and he sees it. And I think, talking about Street Fighter, like Capcom sponsoring him, he would definitely have mentioned reality if he answers a question like that. He would probably segue into him being jealous of other YouTubers being offered such opportunities. So that was my thought process. To be honest, I mean, seeing Rich try to bait Phil so much was quite good fun, but without trying to sound disrespectful to you, Rich, I don't think you actually had a big influence on the bingo. I don't mean you sound rude or sound like a dick, but a lot of these things happened without really your influence, if you get me. I still greatly appreciate your efforts, but don't get me wrong, but a lot of what happened on this card, if not all of it, kind of happened somewhat naturally. Cheers, Crazy Kevin Castro. You have a good night too, pal. The pre-stream is technical. We're going to keep going, guys, until he starts recording for YouTube, the gameplay. We will keep going. Ow, that cracking noise was my wrist. Sorry about that. Didn't expect it to crack like that.
Bugs in the air, we got bugs in the air. Flying everywhere, fucking bugs in the air. Bugs in the air, we got bugs in the air. Flying everywhere, fucking bugs in the air. Bugs in the air, we got bugs in the air. Flying everywhere, fucking bugs in the air. Bugs in the air, we got bugs in the air. Flying everywhere, fucking bugs in the air. Flying everywhere, fucking bugs in the air. Flying everywhere, fucking bugs in the air. Bugs in the air.
This is his break in between the pre-stream and the gameplay. He almost has it. Every time he almost does it. Sometimes it's faster, other times, yeah, this time's a bit longer.
Shoot him in the face cause he's on the fucking floor. Shoot him in the face cause he's on the fucking floor. Shoot him in the face cause he's on the fucking floor. He's on the fucking floor. That's how we fucking do, son.
Very funny in Phil's chat right now. There's a whole bunch of different Baxter accounts in 672 just screaming, don't give subs to the Baxters. God, it's just so tempting to reply to 672 right now, saying that Phil does. You need to learn, he can't live off handouts. That's Phil's entire existence. He lives off handouts. Why can't other people?
Shoot him in the face, cause it's thugs on the floor. Thugs on the floor. Shoot him in the face, cause it's thugs on the floor. Thugs on the floor. Shoot him in the face, cause it's thugs on the floor. Thugs on the floor.
I love how there's so many people in Phil's chat that are genuine fans that do not want to pay Phil $4 a month or whatever for a membership. They love him so much, but they don't love him that much. Is it, we like this content, we need every single day, we're watching it, but I'm not going to give that guy $4 a month. That's the kind of level that they're at.
Shepherd on the floor, it was Shepherd on the floor. Shoot him in the face cause he's on the fucking floor. Shepherd on the floor, it was Shepherd on the floor. Shoot him in the face cause he's on the fucking floor. Shepherd on the floor, it was Shepherd on the floor. Shoot him in the face cause he's on the fucking floor. Shepherd on the floor, it was Shepherd on the floor. Shoot him in the face cause it's thugs on the floor. Shoot him in the face cause it's thugs on the floor. Alright, here we go. Thugs on the floor, we got thugs on the floor. Shoot him in the face cause it's thugs on the floor. Shepherd on the floor, it was Shepherd on the floor. Shoot him in the face cause he's on the fucking floor.
This was a long 5 minutes. Just saying.
Shoot him in the face cause it's thugs on the floor. Shepherd on the floor, it was Shepherd on the floor. Shoot him in the face cause he's on the fucking floor. Thugs on the floor, we got thugs on the floor. Shoot him in the face cause it's thugs on the floor. Shepherd on the floor, it was Shepherd on the floor. Shoot him in the face cause he's on the fucking floor. Thugs on the floor, we got thugs on the floor. Shoot him in the face cause it's thugs on the floor.
See, Phil doesn't think what you do, Roachbait. You know, I know you gotta prioritise money for like your life, but what you gotta remember is that the money you've got in your wallet belongs to Phil. Why do you have Phil's money in your wallet and you're spending it in things like gas? I can't believe how selfish you are, Roachbait. It's unbelievable that you'd have all that money and not go to Phil Burnell. He really needs it for his day off. Looks like he's back, guys.
Well, guys, Jasper's up to his old tricks. I come back in here, and he's in my seat. Jasper?
Right, can we get Phil?
You sit in my chair.
Can I get any more?
He's done it again.
Oh, I need to turn this up, sorry.
What are we gonna do about this? He wants to fight for the chair. He's fighting me for the chair. He's like, no, you can't have it. I need to sit here and play games. I can't sit here. I can't play games when you're in the chair. Jasper, come on. Ah. Come on.
Imagine
We'll
Jasper just waiting for his face and started clawing the shit out of him.
Jasper Kitty. Ah.
He really doesn't know what to do.
He's hyper. He's full of energy. I can't get him. He's attacking. He's viciously attacking. Come on. Come on, Jasper. You gotta get out of here. Come on, buddy. Come on, Jasper. Come on.
It was take this long.
How dare you? Ha, hoo, ha, ho, ha, ho. He's gonna get me. He's gonna get me. Oh, I got it. Come on, come on. Come on, get up. Get up. You won't get up. There he is. There's the Jasper Kitty. There he is. He's a nut. He's a nut. Oh my goodness.
Bloody hell.
He steals my seat. We're right back into it. Feels like old times. All right. So a few shout outs here. Fan living in the ceiling. Just hit me $10 that I'm still here. So apparently I have a fan still living in my ceiling. That's pretty creepy, considering that all that's up there is not a full attic, but a tiny crawl space. So can you imagine that there's a fan living up there for the longest time? Wow. That would be incredibly creepy, actually, to think about that. There's someone living in the walls of your house. Actually, wasn't there like a series of movies about that or something? Don't they call it frogging? I think they do, don't they? They call it frogging. Where if you live in someone's house and they don't know about it and you hide in their attic or their walls or their ceiling and you come out when they're not home, you eat all their shit. Damn, that would be fucked up, actually. Anyway, thank you to the fan living in the ceiling for the tip. TMNT, to me $5, said starting a new game on story mode and creating a public party will let players join your game. You have to start off solo. As the host, you get to control where and what level you go to on the map. Interesting. Okay, maybe we'll do that. I gotta figure this out. Also, wait. Mango Jewel Pods to the super chat says that cat is a Baxter if I've ever seen one. No. He's not a Baxter. Sorry about that. But anyway, thank you to Mango for the super chat. Okay. How dare you even insinuate such a thing?
I like it.
There's
Richard's
no
still
such thing as a
trying.
Baxter.
Richard's
Baxters are a
still
myth.
trying to get more bingos
They
for
don't
us.
exist.
Bless him.
Unless you're talking Baxter Stockman. Then we've got a Baxter that's real. Okay, that's about it. Okay. Just getting everything settled here before we start. Because remember, I'm thinking we may play this from start to finish in one go. That way, we don't have interruption. And we don't have dropped people. You know, we can just play it nonstop. Maybe. By the way, it is getting warm in here, so I'm going to turn on my air conditioner. But the door is going to be open. So actually, it'll be cool in here, but kind of not as cool as usual. That's fine, though. It actually might feel good. It might feel like an air tunnel kind of going through here. It's actually getting warm today. What's the temperature supposed to be today? It's not that warm today. It's only in the mid to high 60s here. It's actually going to warm up over the next couple of days, and then next week is going to be actually hot. High 70s, low 80s. Interesting. Maybe I should turn on the air conditioners in the house. You know what? I think I'll turn them on like low, just to keep the ambient temperature in the house down. Hold on.
This is so boring waiting for him to get on with the fucking thing.
Okay.
There's Cat.
I got all the air conditioners in the house on now. So now the whole top floor should be cool. Even though the door's open, we should be good. Okay. TMNT fan tipped another $5. This is the same thing goes for arcade mode. The only thing, if you lose all your continues, you have to start the entire game over. So I don't think I'll be doing that. That does not sound very appealing to me. I don't want to start the whole game over. Another super chat came in. Izzy Axel did a super chat saying, how big was Nirvana when they came out? I'm young. Well, they were very popular mostly on MTV. Like, I didn't know about them until I started seeing their stuff on MTV. MTV was really how tons of bands and stuff got exposure back in the day. Because there was no really worldwide audience for music. There was no major internet coverage of anything yet. So it was always, if they're on MTV, they made it big. And that they were one of the bands that made it big because they were solely on MTV. It was pretty interesting. Okay. Over 13,000 points now. Cool. I love that intro.
Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. Let's kick some down.
All right. So how am I going to do this? I guess you hit story first, right? New game. Right? New game.
He's not recording yet, I believe, so still fair game if anything happens.
I want to keep power levels. Am I going to do a PS Plus versus Game Pass vid? At this point, I have no plans for that. No. Gnarly difficulty.
Hi-ya! Select your hero.
There he is. That's who I want to use, Casey Jones. Apparently he has really good range. Actually, he's the best character. If you look at his stats, he absolutely is the best character. Yeah, he has higher stats than everyone. So I pick Casey Jones, create party, public. Is that it? Aha! We already got people joining. Look at that. Alright, so this is going to be me trying out TMNT Shredder's Revenge with online co-op. And this time it's on gnarly difficulty. And I'm going to be Casey Jones. Shia just joined. Look at that. Usagi just joined. We got people from the stream joining right now. That's pretty cool.
What are we waiting for?
Do we start? How do we start? Look at that. Full party.
This is April O'Neil, reporting live.
One more. We got a full party. Or we can just start now, I guess, right? Start now. See if anyone else joins. I mean, we already saw this. I'm skipping this. We already saw the intro. We want to play the game.
Job breaking news.
There we go. There we go. Now I gotta remember how to play. By the way, I'm just gonna use the D-pad this time around. I'm not gonna use the joystick like last time. This way the audio will work properly. Do the double jump.
Yeah, the fact of the matter, he's playing the game. He must actually be fucking playing. He must be recording already. He wouldn't be like fucking playing the first level and not be recording. So I think that's an end of everything then. We had an incredibly successful bingo. Unbelievable how many bingos we've got. We got, looking at the bingo card here, we got the middle row all the way, no, middle column all the way down. Twitch, that was the very first one that came in. Positive, gifted membership, snort, engagement, and Twitch. Then we had face jiggle, hateful slurs, leaning and band, digging in ear, and tips. I think the third one was actually in between those two, throat clear and voice crack, years ago story, likes, and drama. Then we got this one, fourth, tips, likes, snort, here's the deal, and you know what I mean. And finally, we had you guys, $20 in tips, Twitch, drama, and tips. 5 separate goddamn bingo ones. Can we review the debate halfway in? Nah, it's a pre-stream podcast bingo. The name's in the title. The kind of game of it is in the title, you know what I mean? Like, it served its purpose. It's not an in-between stream podcast bingo. But we got more than we expected out of that, you know. We got 5 different bingos. An incredible achievement, guys. Thank you very much for all your help. Richman, well done to you, pal, for your efforts. Can't believe you finally got leaned for probably nothing in general, but there you go. But Jesus, well, thank you very much, guys, once again. I'll hopefully be okay to do this tomorrow. I don't know how I'll be feeling. I might have COVID, I'm not sure. I'll see how well I am tomorrow. Guys, there's other channels where you can watch gameplay on. You can watch it on Raw DDM, you can watch it in Dark Days Mirror. I don't know if any other detractors are streaming the game as well, but I'm not going to stream the game. I don't really care about that shit. I'm there for pre-stream podcast bingo. We're having fun with that. We go through Phil's boring shit, you know. We make a game of that, and we won quite well tonight. And it's thanks to you guys for making sure we didn't miss anything. So, yeah, I'm going to end things there, guys. Thank you very much for coming out, and thank you again for people subscribing and tipping. Joran de Kinder for the sub, and Anonymous Donator tipped me £10, asking me to have a good night. Thank you very much for that. But yeah, guys, I will try my best to be on tomorrow to stream Monday's pre-stream podcast bingo. Until then, catch you guys later. Hope you have a good one. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and hopefully see you all tomorrow. Peace out.